got the doors open, which means I can go up the avenue now. Let's do that. There's a few ways down. Which ending am I after? Because I'm at the point now where the ending matters. Let's go down this way. Oh, for FFS. Hey, Drill. It's going alright. I'm in, next game 2, I think? And I'm just heading into the underground under the city. Before I play with any of these. Get that camped up. There we go. What? Whoop. Timed that badly. Aye, aye. Ah. Ouch. Yow. Oh, jeez, and this guy shows up. Nope. I call shenanigans. Die. I hate this stupid sword train. It's so small. Aiyah. Aiyah. Oh, come on. Come on. Nope, I'm diving. Come on. Sorry, Thrill. Focused in the moment. So it's a challenge build that is I'm not supposed to use or have anything that's not like medieval knight oriented. I think I've hit a limit in the game that creatures have so much more massive advantage in range, power, etc. that I can't keep up with that using like a basic shield. You know, I've been reliant on having light heavy armor and being able to sit at a light load. But this shield can only go so far. And the sword I don't think is necessarily the problem, although I'd certainly rather hit for a lot more. The problem is that I just can't take those hits. And each, like, as I get later and later in the game, stuff is hitting so much harder that they'll break my stance much more easily. I had been running around with this at one point, but that's because I had actually gone with like a ginormous kind of build. I don't know. I'm just wondering if there isn't a better... And maybe I'm just not good enough at some aspect of the game. The question is, oh, yeah, I mean, I have a ton of extra stuff. The question is, what would qualify under this? It's the Lord Sworn Straight Sword. I mean, I've killed gods with it. Well, I've killed bosses with it. It's just in fights like these where the mobs have such a long range. You know, that barely hit this guy. You know, it's one of those parts of the game where if you time everything perfectly right, it works. Oh, it's gonna be the big rune hit. Nice. You can beat the game with the most basic stuff. It's just, this sword is definitely a tough one to deal with. I've been tempted to actually go to step over to a misery cord. Only because it has such a high crit rate that if I can actually pull off a crit, it'll do massive damage. Ow. Ah, that's not what I meant to do. Damn. That's what I meant to do. Gotta admit, That's an attractive weapon. But I can't spend my... You can... I mean, the problem is that I have always played caster. I've always done caster builds, and so my crits either come from backstab or from breaking stance through spells. This is the only playthrough where I've spent any significant amount of effort actually doing melee stuff. And then some dude challenges me to do a Knights Only build. And this is, I mean, this is sort of a bastardization of the idea. I could. So here's the drawback. So this is the one thing. Keep in mind, I'm wearing relatively heavy armor right now, right? And I'm still at a light load. If I put on any significant... let's see. Go back. I mean, this is amusing for the moment, so I'm going to... I don't mind playing in there, right? So I could go with... for example... Milady, but one of the restrictions is the Ashes of War that I use, and I suppose I could probably get away with that Ash of War, but I'm not sure doing a flip and plowing it into the mob really qualifies. So if I go with the Lord Sorin's Greatsword, right, the moment that I equip it, I'm going to go medium load, which means I have to lighten up my armor, which is fine, right? But the question is by how much? And I'm trying, by the way, I'm trying to avoid, yeah, that got me to light load. So I was trying to avoid using any talismans to get there. Oh, but this is also, hold on. If I'm actually going to go Lord Sorin's Greatsword, I got a jacket. Could play with this. I like the fast action of the smaller weapons. If I'm gonna be stuck doing melee, that's more my style. But style's not what wins the game, right?
No. I need to do better than this. This will never kill a god. I can do better than this. It needs to slay a bloody god. Oh, don't pay me to slay it.
How do I not have enough smithing stone for 3? Didn't even notice. Alright, let's go fix that. When you're like extremely caster oriented, because I'm heavy caster typically. When you're a heavy caster oriented build, it definitely changes. It definitely changes various aspects of the game. I just need to make sure I've got plenty. Let's see, 4, 5, 6. I do not have enough of those. Ah. Not what I wanted. While I'm here, any other things I need? No, I got tons of those. Oh, I should always buy these. And I mean, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to stick with this. My plan originally was to go with a Colossal build, which is actually why my stamina is set to 99. I was using the Armor of Solitude, the Sunflower, and the Fingerprint Shield.
Back already, no matter.
Or whatever it's called. So the build was designed. I'll show you what the build was designed for, just so that you can see. Like I said, I may be getting away from the challenge because I was only doing it because the idea amused me, but that's not why I play the game. Sunflower. Close that. So the build was actually designed for this. Notice I'm still medium load. This is what it was designed for. That's why those numbers are the way that they are. Yeah. So like if I go back down to that same location with this build, or with this set of gear, now I gotta get my timing back, because it's completely different timing. That's what this was actually. That's what I was going for. You could see how different those two fights are. Oh, yeah. This was a very... And in fact, I leave... Normally, I get rid of the abilities so that I can use the special on the weapon. But this was, in no small part, designed specifically because I wanted that smash as part of it. Because it does such a good job of breaking poise. And this is actually how I planned on playing this. And then someone said, you should try this. See the difference in... Sorry, I just want to finish these guys off. So you can see the difference in what it's like, right? And in fact... Hold on, let me make this one more change. It's still medium, right? Yeah. Alright. Watch this. Oh, I do want to change the Ashavor on this to... Alright. Just making sure I get this right. Ah. Actually screwed that up. Let's see what the damage is. So my first playthrough, on this character, just to be clear, I have other characters. My first playthrough on this character, I did a completionist playthrough. So I couldn't do everything, obviously, because the game has, choices. But I didn't do any farming for level. I only played all sort of aspects of the game. I tried to finish all quests, and I even missed a few things still. And my final level, when I got to the DLC, was like 187 or 188. And when I got finished with the DLC and came out and finished the game, I think I was level like 212 or 213. Look at this, 2,000 from a little tiny misery chord. Oh, yeah, perfect. Yeah, so that's what I was planning on doing on this playthrough, and honestly, I may go back to it. The light stuff was interesting, but once I got to these guys, I don't want every fight that I do to take, 5 minutes. And God, the boss fights. So far, half the boss fights, my Ash... By the way, one of the restrictions was I can only use Ashes of War that are like knights, so you're like calling another knight for an assistance. So I don't even like this Ash of War, but he's the best one of the knights. And they were doing more than half the damage. They were actually doing more work than I was. There were some bosses where I just kind of sat back and watched, and he did all the work and just killed the boss. It's crazy. Yeah. All right. I just talked myself into going back to this as a playthrough. Also means I can change my spells up. It's those guys. Yeah, I need to change up my... Oh, I hate going through here. Oh, no, absolutely. Absolutely. There's no question. I was living with a limitation. I'm not bugged. This was the short version this is just not a... Oh, I'm gonna be killed by rats. Oh, there we go. Oh, I didn't actually need to do that. I meant to do this. This do nothing to those. Alright. I didn't fix my spells, that's the drawback. Yeah. If I really want the added strength. And oh, I forget. Do I have? Hold on. Yeah, my faith is higher. All right. I did a magma build. That was a lot of fun. Got lightning. A little bit of everything. Up. Oh my god, so much. These things have so many hit points. What the hell? Alright, the amount of hit points these plants have is crazy. Dex Interfaith. I'm pretty sure. And again, the build was specifically designed around what I'm doing now. It's not... These plants just have a stupid amount of hit points. Faith, I think. Let me see. Faith. What just happened? I hate it when it does that. I don't know why I'm going that way anyway. Faith. Sorry, I think I've said that. Oh, I will say this though. Best damage ever. Well, it's all my blue. This thing is hard to manipulate to hitting that stuff. Alright. Yep. Rainbow arrows are tiny. What? I should have blocked that. I feel lied to. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't see the message. Which sword were you suggesting? The which regular sword, or do you mean the one that I was already using? Yeah, this, like I said, this build was intended to keep a super heavy build medium, so I didn't have to deal with the low slow roll. Oh, golden epitaph? Yeah. Oh, these guys. Yep, gotta love bonk. Seriously? Dude, I got backstabbed by one of those guys. Man. Hold my head. Hey, Chaz. Another one of these guys. stance. Final legendary weapon in the DLC, the Euphoria Twin Blade. Hey, big guy. I guess I missed that one. Well, something else to add to my completion list. Alright. I'm curious now if I go back to this. I mean, I made the sword. But, oh. I'm still going to be medium load, so let's go back down to Black Knight. No. Black Knight. No. Black Knight. I don't have the Black Knight. I don't know how I missed them, but somehow I don't have the Black Knight set. Death Knight. There we go. Oi. Come on. What? Alright. definitely easier than with the Lord Sworn straight sword, but still that slower style. So you were talking about the golden, where is it? The golden epitaph. If I was going to go that route, I can also do one of these, right? Oh, I did that badly. Oh. Jesus. Just running into this guy's stuff. Ah, come on. How's this guy still full health? God, I've done that badly. Oh, you know why? Because he's level 1 sword. That's why. Because I haven't made it better. I'm like, it's not hitting for anything. My misery cord would have done better. Ooh. Well, you're dead. Alright, hold on. I have 4. Alright, I'll afford one for this. This is a good sword anyway. A little bit more, and then I gotta take a break. More like it. Boy. How is this sword, like, making... Well, it's probably because I got used to doing other stuff. Ah! gotta admit, it's kind of fun to throw that out there. Whoops, screwed that up. Screwed that up too. Ah, I missed. Oh, badly planned. Oh, thanks for the follow thrill. Sorry, I just turned my text back on. I think Milady's a standard weapon, right? I don't think I need. I think I can. think.
Well, I took it no matter, it's all the same. Lay out your own.
What? No, I guess I've burned through a bunch.
Greeting, do you hear this?
Hold on. Got a couple things I want to do.
Those who live in death all more.
Sword chest. Okay. Marionette. Oleg. Hugh. Joanne and Anna. Clean rot. Gotta have those three. Okay.
Greeting, do you hear this?
Oh, I just ran myself out of money. I mean, that's easily fixed. Runes.
Greeting, do you hear this?
Okay.
Well, I took it no matter, it's all lay out your own.
Greeting, do you hear this?
Alright. Now back down here. Do. gotta admit, I'm not in love with this. So one of these guys attacks. Let me see. They've got to be. I'm so bad. Ah. I rolled that out. That's bullshit. Not a fan. Not a fan. What if we did this? Sure, it's great. All right, thank you everyone for sticking around. Sorry you kind of watched me play through some ideas, mess around with some equipment. I'm probably going to go back to my medievalish build. I didn't find the sunflower to be particularly more fun. It was just more, I don't know, easier. So anyway, I'm going to bounce for now. Be excellent. Thank you for the likes and follows. Please stop by in the future, and I will talk to you guys later. Be awesome.